Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Gemini for the month of October 2023. So, as we begin, I'd just like to thank everyone who is returning to this monthly series and to also welcome anyone who's new to our Angelic Wisdom community. Just a few reminders. First, make sure that you subscribed, select the all notification bell, like, dislike, and of course, leave your comments. If you feel the call to have an angel reading with me throughout the course of this video, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. That will be in the description area as well as all the other links I'm mentioning below this video. If you just like to donate to my channel, you can choose my PayPal me link, the Angelic Wisdom, and any amount that you offer will be greatly appreciated. And also, if you haven't seen the general monthly angel reading for October, the first link will be a connection to that so that you can see that. I really encourage you to watch it. There's a lot of important information in there if you haven't seen it already. It's been out a week, so hopefully you will go back and watch. And finally, the format. So the cards that are before you will represent the Angel Oracle, the purple card underneath, the Archangel that you're working with for the month, and then the cards on the left or right will be messages from your guardian angels. So the card on the left highlights the Major Arcana theme, lesson, influences, or energies. These are usually subconscious. The card on the right is the Minor Arcana, which it represents the day-to-day awareness, how it will show up, and how to work with it. This is what is conscious to us. So let's now take a deep breath together. And just release, relax, and let go. And so they're showing me sort of a naked behind, which is my symbol for feeling exposed, vulnerable in some way. It just sort of says that you don't have what you feel to feel comfortable or safe. It also says that, you know, your shields are down, right? Or your guard is down. You're really just exposed to all the energies. There's no filters, like gold light, unconditional love as a filter for those more harsh or denser frequencies. And also saw you standing next to a tree, and this is all symbolic. And then the grass and the sort of the greenery was just really sort of growing around you. So that's new in a couple of ways, in that, you know, you have, it tells me you have tools already in place, whether you're aware of it or not. You have your very strong connection to the divine, which you must already be fostering. If you feel extremely vulnerable, it means that lately you haven't been enough, and so you might want to start putting your attention back to that ground so that that energy connection expands wide enough for you to be sort of encased in this expansive frequency. It also says that, you know, the elements of nature can be of a great source or a way to attune yourself to the higher dimensions and be less, find the lower vibrations less imposing in your life right now. So, number one, really make sure every day you ground Geminis into the foundation, the new foundation of unconditional love. This is the paradigm the new paradigm of the golden age for the future. And so, whatever grounding practice you do, whatever it looks like, and however you do it, just make sure that you're clear in your intention, that you're connected into that new foundation. So, there is a lot of static interference, which might, and I'm seeing the word pond. So you might kind of feel, or the pond would represent sort of an emotional community, and it doesn't, since it's a pond, it sort of gives us an idea that it's not a very large one. That it might indicate that you have a more a smaller network of people or obligations or people relationships, but it must be really intense, just as if it was a vast ocean, right, for you. And and so the frequency, the distractions sort of pass. It's like a frequency just passing through. It's coming to me through my thoughts. I don't know why I'm going to say it this way, but it's like I'm feeling this through my thought energy. And so mentally, there is there is this imbalance or boundaries being crossed in terms of the mental and emotional aspects. So, Gemini, you really need to be, have a clear mental focus, because when you don't, that it means that you are disregarding your own emotions, the experiences that you're um, receiving emotionally as you're interacting. It's building up because you're ignoring it. So if you be aware instead of ignoring, so being aware means that you see what's happening in an objective way, and then you don't allow yourself, you have the clarity to choose how you're going to um, gauge or deal with that, the path forward. Um, and so it feels like you really need to do something to sort of, I don't know if I want to say exercise your mind, because we don't ever want to detach from the heart and soul, but it does seem that you need to plug in your mind into the clarity of your soul. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this and take a look at the Archangel message for this week. All right, so this is a Seraphina. And so she's holding these scrolls here. And she says that, about being an ambassador for the earth, build the bridge to source. So a connection for you might be through some kind of written format, whether it's sort of automatic channeling or just journaling, regular journaling, or it could be some kind of art, drawing, or even composing. There is a way that you express yourself that really always connects you in to your higher self. This also tells me that you have concerns about the planet. You feel very strongly that you are here to help the planet in a collective way to evolve. They want you to know that not every one of us will be able to stand before a group of people, but the things that you're working on personally are connected to the collective, just as if you were speaking to them and sort of herding the crowd into a particular direction. So, really focus in on what the personal things, the personal changes and differences you want to make in the world, all the ways you really want to be a brighter light a better person for yourself and for those in your own inner circle. And that this will have a profound effect in the planetary mission that you were brought here to undertake. It's whatever that you're struggling with is bigger than just you. You're struggling with that or dealing with that or being challenged by it, not just for you, but for the collective. That whatever you do taps into the bigger web of life. All right, so let's take a look at the Major Arcana lesson. So right now they want you to focus on balance. And that was the word I was feeling when we were talking about that mental interference and the emotional, you know, you you have to, and I don't know why I'm saying the word congregation, but with the people in your life, they're like your congregation, the people you check in with, the people you sort of compare yourself with, or who they represent some of the basic values and standards of that you um you want for yourself, right? You find some kind of agreement mostly. I mean, none of us are exactly the same, and none of us can be truly aligned on every issue. That's not logical or realistic at all, or even practical. So it's about being practical and realistic in a way that's balanced, that's not sort of, I don't know if this is the right word to use, if I can think of that word. Um, I can't think of it, but it's sort of like someone who becomes sort of radicalized, I guess, like say in a religious faith, they just want to join the club and they want to be like everybody else, and so they just really give in to every little thing, right? And just so I don't want to offend anybody, but um, as my grandmother always said, whatever you do, do it in moderation. So there, you always share things in common with other people, but you don't always as well. And so you always have to first be yourself and just know that you have to really practice being respectful um, towards others when you don't agree with them. That it's okay to disagree, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it's all over, so to speak. Okay, so we have another knight that's come up in readings that I've done so far. And so the Knight of Earth is someone who I would say who's very responsible, very considerate, and someone who, as the card says, very organized. And I think the really big thing about this person is someone who's supportive. So the thing is that balance, wonderful if you're all these things, but do you hold that same criteria for yourself? Do you surround yourself with people who are just as committed and devoted to supporting you? Right, and this might be where we need to start um, in your personality. This card is really about a personality trait and being able to receive what you give. And if you're not, then you have to start re calibrating that relationship by, you know, trying to be vulnerable. All right, don't always be the hero, right? The stoic kind of stoic personality. Allow yourself to be supported. Be someone who asks others for assistance or favors. Just make sure that there's a balance. Start cultivating that balance. And you don't have to be sneaky about it. You can say to people, these people you trust, and this is the first way to be vulnerable with them and say, I realize I just don't allow myself to be vulnerable because I feel like I have to be the stoic figure in my relationships with the people I love. And so I'm hoping that as I make this transition, that you'll see that that's really what I'm trying to do. And it might be a little weird at first, but I hope it's something that will be welcomed over time and that we'll both find it just to be truly nurturing when we have this kind of equality in our relationship for both of us. So, just an example of um, what you might really, the things that you might be. So I feel like with that whole, writing, channeling, getting to that deeper part of ourselves, it's just a time for reflection to see how we really, what kind of relationships we build. Are they balanced or not? In our work life, is there a balance there? Have you allowed, are you putting too much pressure on yourself and not expecting um, responsibility from others? All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful month. God bless you.